Christy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer. Ha, 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 ha. That always makes me laugh. I don't know why. It always makes me laugh. I think I'm the only person that does that. I don't know. Let me know if there's somebody else that starts off all their videos like I do. I guess maybe I should do a trigger warning. This might trigger you. But probably everything I say has that risk, because I definitely like to say things that are different and bold. And I think that there's definitely some truth to it and somebody needs to hear. And we're talking about your past. We're talking about your pain. And at what point does your past stop defining you? I like that when Joyce Meyer says, are you parking at the point of your pain? Are you parking at the point of your pain? We all have a past. Now, some of us have really stupid things that we've done in our past. Some of us have horrific things that have happened in our past. And some people have grown up with a pretty easygoing past, and they haven't done anything crazy or something that's massively regretful, or, they haven't been in, but there, a lot of people, most people I talk to, and a lot of people that are watching this right now, you have had something pretty significant that has happened to you in your past. And are you letting your past define you? And at what point do you stop letting your past define you? And I guess I'm talking about playing the victim. That's really what I'm talking about. Because I can tell you that everything that's happened in my past has created me into being what I am today. It has helped mold me into what I am today. And you too. You too. I would not have been this tough, this hard-nosed, if I had not been in a domestic violence relationship. I learned a lesson early on to not let people push me around. And I think that's what has helped mold me into who I am, good, bad, or indifferent. But I don't let it define me. I don't park at the point of my pain. I don't freeze and not move forward. And I think that's what some of you guys are doing. I think that you have let this pain freeze you in time, and you have not gotten past it. You haven't dealt with it, and you're hung up on it. And I'm not judging you. Some of you guys have lost children. Some of you have gone through massive car wreck, or you've gone through cancer, or you've gone through a horrible divorce. You lost your job. You had your house burned down from a fire. There are I'm not judging you for that. But at one point, do you move forward? At what point do you say, yeah, you can't have a testimony without a test. Yeah, that was my test, but look at what I overcame and look at what I'm accomplishing now. There are so many times where people just, they let that, they are frozen in time at that moment. They have parked at the point of their pain. And days, weeks, months, years go by, decades go by, and you are still letting your past define you as that. You were molested as a child, and now you're, 58 years old. Well, that was 45 years ago. That was 50 years ago. And you never moved past it. That's a pretty severe case. And I really hope that's not you, because I would hate that you wasted the last 50 years of your life just going through the motions and really never dealing with that victimization. Again, an example. Are you parking at the point of your pain, and you're not moving forward? You're still the victim. And again, I love the stories from my past. I've learned to embrace them. I've learned to embrace the crap that has happened to me, and the crap that I got myself into, the crap that I didn't get myself into, but I was into, the crap the stupid mistakes. I use them. I talk to you guys about them. I use them for an example, but I'm not stuck there. I don't dwell on it. I don't think about it all the time. I don't cry myself to sleep at night. I'm not still going through counseling for that. I did go through counseling for it, but I'm not hung up. My days are not spent thinking about it, and I don't let that define me, and I don't let that freeze me and prevent me from moving forward. And so I want you to really take a good, long, hard look inside of your life and inside of your heart and ask yourself, am I parked at the point of my pain? I believe of course, there's a mourning period, and it's different for everybody. I think the Bible let them mourn in the Old Testament for 30 days. You were not allowed to mourn after 30 days. It was different back then, but so I'm certainly not judging you if you are still mourning, but at what point, do you finally, you move on and you become that person that you were created to be, and you become a new person, and you let that, you let that test be your testimony, but you don't let it define you. I don't know what that is for you. You know. Is it crippling you? Did you lose a child? I know a girl who lost a child. She was very sick from birth, and I think she lost, the child ended up passing away at 8 years old, and it was all 8 years of just this kid being sick. It wasn't like the child got hit by a car and one of those sudden things. It wasn't like that. It was, the child was sick from birth, and she finally succumbed to her sickness, and it's been years, and this gal still doesn't, she still is hung up on it, and not hung up. I don't mean to say something disrespectful, but it's been 10 years, and she's never moved past it. And she lets it define her. She lets it hold her in this spot. She uses it for an excuse on everything. And it's too bad, because the world would benefit from this woman's bright, shining light, but she hides it because of this poor, sick child passing away 10 years ago. So, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that didn't come off as insensitive. I'm trying to be careful here. You guys know my heart. You know I would never do that. But I worry that this mother's life is passing her by, and she's not able to show up for her other kids and show up for her spouse and show up for herself because she's still parked at the point of her pain. And I don't want that to be for you. I don't want you to be parked at the point of your pain. And that pain is robbing you of of your bright, shining light and what you could give, not only to yourself, but to others. Don't let your past define you. Move past it, move on, let your test become your testimony, but show up and be the person that you were created to be.